Morning. I'm Aldo, yes.
Is this for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect.
Thank you, Aaron.
Cortado?
Appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you.
This is Aldo's Cortado.
Thank you.
As you can see, not a lot of art on there. In fact, none. We are at Starbucks, the Starbucks on 4th Point in Vancouver. And we are not typically going to review Starbucks, but the reason we're reviewing this particular Starbucks is because I ride my bike here every single morning, and it's the only place that's open. In fact, the place we went last week didn't open until 8 o'clock. This is the Blonde Roast. It's not a nuanced cup of coffee. Starbucks' goal is to mass produce coffee for the world. They want consistency, and in order to do that, they have a ton of beans. They put them in warehouses. They're stored too long. They're not the freshest, but they are consistent. You know what you're going to get when you go to any Starbucks. It's the Blonde Roast. It's probably the most drinkable, the least burnt tasting coffee that they have here, but all their coffee is a little bit burnt tasting. I still enjoy my Blonde Roast here at Starbucks. I enjoy the Verona, and I enjoy the Pike. And you always have 3 choices of drip coffee here. How you doing this morning, Aldo?
Good, thank
Good.
you.
Nice to see you.
I haven't even tasted my coffee to talk about it,
Okay, well,
but here
give
goes.
us an opinion here on your Cortado.
There's no art, but Cortados, I don't think you're required to have art. It's not terrible.
Not terrible.
It's not burnt. It's not anything wrong with it.
Good.
I will say it's not a Cortado to me.
It's not a Cortado.
Not a Cortado.
For what reason?
Cortados have a certain recipe where there's an equal amount of espresso and milk. Baristas that don't really follow that recipe is too much milk, less espresso, and so that's what we got here. It's on the menu as Cortado, but it's not that recipe.
Just a little bit too much milk.
It's too much milk. It's more like a latte or cappuccino, I guess, but it tastes good.
Okay.
And it is kind of cute. I like that they still have the crema on top, and there's a little kiss of white, and then there's multicolors.
I at least like that it's in a ceramic mug and not a paper cup.
Yes.
All right, so what do you think of the vibe of this place, Aldo?
I really can't complain about Starbucks vibes. That's one thing they've nailed as far as got a formula on how to make you feel when you walk in. There's lots of glass. This is like an ideal setup that, there's floor to ceiling, almost ceiling windows. Even for drive-through people, they can see the inside of the shop.
Yeah.
And that's nice.
There's a lot of seating. There's outdoor seating for the summer.
I like that it has the little spots where you can go in and gather in your intimate feeling.
Yeah.
There's a little couch with the coffee table over here, and we got our little booth.
They got the community table out there too,
community
which we both like. On a clear day, the sunrise is right there. Mount Hood is right there, and the sunrise comes up, and it's just a beautiful spot to sit.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I actually see the mountain, but the sun is right over there to the east, and it just plenty of seating if you want to come here with a big group. You know how we talked last week about how kids and families and food, and it started to become like a restaurant vibe?
Yeah.
That never happens here.
I don't see that either.
Never. You have groups of guys that'll come for like a Bible study, or you have my buddies down here that are always here every single day. Shout out to Bob and Mike. Quiet.
It's a Wi-Fi vibe.
Yeah, and it's kind of an urban, let's do our work and shut out the world kind of vibe. It can get busy later, and it can get noisier, but it's never that little kids screaming, food going everywhere, restaurant type of vibe. And I love the sound of joyful little children. But I'm through that phase. I've done it. I've been there. Everybody knows what Starbucks has. They have cookies and brownies, and they got these little egg bites, and they have, their little things that they sell, coffee mugs and such. Customer service, how
Awesome.
are we treated here?
I'm really happy with how the baristas were pleasant, and they brought me my cup of coffee. The barista asked for my name, which I wasn't expecting because you're at a big chain. You're normally going to have a lot of people coming through, but they came through. I think maybe it's so they could put your name on the coffee cup, which is the nice thing about.
They do that with the paper ones. They put a sticker on it with your
Yeah.
name on it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They even ask how to spell it.
It's like Cheers here for me because I ride my bike here every single day before work. So the second I walk in the door, everybody's like, "Hi, Eric, how's it going?" Jude is great. Vicky's great. Aaron's great. They're just great. And they bring me my coffee, and I get free refills. $2.83 for a tall blonde roast. Like I said, it's not the most nuanced, wonderful, fruity, perfect cup of coffee in the world, but it's $2.83, and I can get as many as I want. I can sit here for 2 hours and get 5 of these, and they don't complain. And I can ask them to steam some cream and put it in here for me, and they don't charge me for that.
Oh, they steam your cream?
They'll do that for me for free, yeah.
Wow.
I get this at Starbucks. It's a big corporate thing that I'm supporting here, but I also, you can look at it a little bit different, like that I'm actually supporting these people. I'm supporting Maria, I'm supporting Aaron, because they need a job.
I think it was the pet peeves, and
Pet peeves. Okay, let's talk about pet peeves.
there's a lot of things that you could complain about because of its corporate nature and the things you could say about any corporation that has a large footprint, but there's not a whole lot that I'm complaining about today.
Can I ask you how much that cost, the cortado?
It's exactly, I don't know, because I rarely look at the price, focus on the price. It's less than $10.
Okay.
So, which is good.
Yeah.
I try not to think about the price when I'm going to a coffee shop because that might, disturb me in my mood because that's not what I'm here for. And so,
I need to adopt
if
that.
I've ever paid more than $10 for a cup of coffee, then that's disturbing.
Yeah, I need to adopt that attitude because, like last week when we went to coffee, I won't say the name of the coffee shop. No free refills for a black coffee, and it was almost $5 for one cup. And so 2 cups, I'm at $10. When you're sitting here on these benches on the side, the air vents are right above us.
I noticed that.
And so if they're heating the place, it's blowing super hot air on me. And if they're cooling the place, it's blowing super cold air on my neck. I got to cover my neck. And it's that way kind of around the edges of the shop. So unless you sit in the middle of the shop, you're going to have air blowing on you. And that is probably my only pet peeve about this place.
Well, we talked about amenities.
Amenities. They pretty much have everything here.
Yeah.
They got Splenda, they got sugar, they got oat milk, they got half and half.
Well, I was thinking bathrooms and it's like a facility.
Yeah, they have 2 bathrooms here.
Amenities. They have Wi-Fi. We didn't ask about Wi-Fi last time, but every coffee shop should have Wi-Fi as part of their experience because your customers are going to come and sit.
Yeah, they have the standard Wi-Fi, and they have plugins all the way under these benches.
Oh, charging ports?
Yeah, boom, boom, boom. They probably have 10 of them along this bench.
The menu. This is a pretty good menu. I think the font is a little small, and if I didn't know the drinks here, then I might have to be asking questions and not rely on the menu. It's not a lot of art, so I'm missing that. The menu is okay. It's not ideal, but they have so many selections, so much selection.
It's readable, right?
It's readable.
The last place we went, the menu wasn't very readable.
I would just like bigger letters, which means they'd have to show less items. They don't have a paper menu for you to pick up and read, I guess, but that's okay.
Okay, we do have to just mention the app real quick. It's great because every cup of coffee that I order, I just order on the app. I preload money into the app and then I order with it, and then I get rewards. And every time I get to 200 stars, I can get any coffee I want, and I'll get like a 7-shot venti, something that costs like $15, and it's 100% free. And the app always has little different deals, like, oh, we have half-price Monday lattes. Come on in.
Yeah,
right? So
I feel like it's a bit of a gimmick. Maybe any rewards program is, and because there are expensive drinks on the menu here, that is a potential for spending too much money. The app and a lot of things will encourage you to spend more money. It's okay to want to make money on your business. That's the reason they ask for tips. That's the reason they upscale or make better drinks and customize their drinks, and it's not just part of the art. It is a business, and I understand.
I gotta say one more thing that you just mentioned about tips. Yeah. They don't ever prompt me for a tip here. Maybe when you go through the drive-through and they prompt for a tip, I don't know, but I never feel obligated to give a tip here. A lot of places you go, they hand you the little machine and it's like, you want to pay 20%, 25%, or 30%, or custom, and then you can pick custom and then feel like a cheapie when you type in 50 cents,
I think anywhere you pay with your credit card that gives you service seems to have that. I think if you're a coffee shop, you have baristas that are working and that is part of their salary, then it's okay.
Minimum wage in Washington State is like $17 an hour. What's your number?
I really want to abstain rating a Starbucks.
Okay.
Because,
All right.
but I'm not going to.
No, you
Because
can abstain.
no,
It's
it's
okay.
not fair. It's not fair. I can't give more than a 4 because the coffee is just not quality. Like that quality of coffee and the art and everything you would want from a boutique coffee place is not here.
Yeah, it's missing.
Almost everything else is really good. One thing on their menu they do right that I have liked about Starbucks is their cold brew. They do cold brew really well.
Yeah.
And if I wanted something that I would enjoy more on the menu, that's what it is. This is not a thumbs down coffee. It's just
It's just not a real
not a
cortado.
cortado. That's
Yeah.
what I asked for, and
Yeah.
to me, that's a little bit of a standard.
So I think we're going to agree on a 4, just a solid 4.
Yeah.
If you want to be treated well, this is the place to come. Somebody just walked in a minute ago and they were like, "Hey, Bill," or whatever their name was. So
Yeah.
they're
They do that for you too.
they're very friendly.
There's so many shops, but the plus there is that they have one close to my house. I have to concede that it's a 4, especially for Starbucks fans.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of Starbucks, this is your place, and I would say 5. If there's anything you want covered about what we review here, let us know.
Would we invite somebody here? And for me, the answer is absolutely. I would invite somebody here. I would tell them it's a Starbucks. You're not going to get the greatest coffee, but I'm here every morning. Come on and meet me. So yes, I would invite somebody here. What about you, Aldo?
I'd invite somebody to Starbucks.
Would
Maybe
that
be
be-
a little embarrassed because people
It's a-
consider me a coffee snob. I would invite somebody here just to meet, not for the coffee, and that's usually why I invite people for coffee is because I have something to look forward to show them on the menu, and so if it were just to meet, then yeah, why not?
Thanks for watching. If you're interested in learning more about local coffee shops, this is the channel. Make sure you subscribe. We'll be back next weekend.